Friends, we have made a right to education a reality in our country. It was a long commitment. In the directive principles of the Constitution, which we adopted on 26 January of 1950, we made this commitment to the people of this great country. Because of various factors, we could not implement it. But yes, now we have passed an act to implement that commitment which we made many years ago. Right to Education Bill has been passed by Parliament, has received the President's assent and put into operation. But what we want now is not only right to education, but we want right education. A university has to be a temple of learning, of humanism, tolerance, and balanced reasoning. Through the intellectual pursuit and knowledge sharing of scholars, academicians, and scientists, it has to contribute to the progress of our society and the nation. Education has to create responsible, innovative, analytical, and compassionate citizens. It has to respond positively to the changes in society. Every youth aims at becoming intellectually competent and technically skilled, but knowledge generation without value formation counts for little. Education without values is like a flower without fragrance. Education has to impart values to the youth to make them sensitive to fellow human beings. It has to be a process that completes an individual in all respects. I was a teacher before I joined public service, and I know from my own personal experiences what rewarding to a teacher when he finds the gleaming eyes, the receptive minds of the young men and women eagerly listening to every word of the teacher, and at the end of it satisfying their queries when they have broad smile on their lips. I don't think any better reward a teacher can expect from anyone in his profession. I know how satisfying it is for a teacher to give students the joy of learning, to make them appreciate, reflect, and differentiate the strands of thinking, to make them worthy and willing to shoulder responsibility. The faculty is the lifeblood of an university. They must continuously renew their understanding of the subject. They must be able to transfer knowledge to their students with dedication and commitment. They must act as friend and guide to the students, even willing to counsel and show them how best they can gear themselves to face this harsh world. I take a moment here to complete the entire academic fraternity of Pondicherry University for their selfless labor at preparing the students to face the test of life. My only request to them, keep the flags high and march onward. Friends, the central importance of higher education in a country's development is well recognized. If we are to grow as a nation, the education system has to figure prominently in the template of progress. There is a dearth of quality academic institutions to prepare our next generation in our country. There is no doubt that there has been tremendous physical expansions. Right now, when I am speaking before you, there are 659 degree-giving institutions. more than 33,000 colleges, more than 1 crore 80 lakh students are enrolled in the higher education, which is likely to increase to 2 crore 90 lakhs in the 12th plan. But it is unfortunate. When the universal ranking comes, it's a sad reflection on us that not a single Indian university finds its name in the first top 200s. But that was not the case. India dominated the realm of the higher education not once, twice, 1 decade or 2 decades, but 1200 years. From 6th century BC, from the days of Takshashila University, where great minds, 4 civilizations confluenced. From there to the downfall of Nalanda in the 12th century AD, these long 1800 years, India dominated the world higher education. Mighty minds and students used to come from different parts of the world to have education and lessons from here. I do not find any reason why we cannot go back to that position. We have the talent, we have the capacities, we have the dedicated teachers who can inspire, who can rekindle the interest in the mind of the students. What is required? All these elements to be properly coordinated and integrated so that we can achieve this objective of having a high ranking in our academic excellence so that we can occupy our rightful place in the high table of international community. We have to keep pace with the change. It is gratifying to note that during the 12th plan period, we have focused on both expansion, equity, and I repeat, excellence, governance, funding, and monitoring. These aspects have to be implemented in the right spirit for the higher education sector to see far-reaching changes. The academic curricula has to be updated regularly. The assessment systems has to be made more reliable and objective. Dear students, science and technology have greatly influenced the course of human civilization. It holds the key to future economic growth and social development. Our universities have to create an environment for supportive innovation. Teaching and research are the two eyes of a university. While high standards in teaching have to be achieved, high quality research that will push knowledge frontier and evolve technologies for the development has to be promoted. The quality of our research has to be comparable with the best in the world. Our researchers have to cooperate with one another to find solutions to critical problems. New products have to be designed that are useful to the common man and is affordable to him. Our innovations have to create livelihood and improve the quality of life in rural areas. Local technological needs have to be addressed by our universities by creating research and development centers for such technologies in their campuses. Research campuses also have to be set up in rural areas to act as fountainheads for innovation and technology-led growth in these regions. Dear students, in conclusion, I only want to say that you are ready now after years of toiling hard. You have acquired capabilities here which you must generously put to use in the nation-building process. I wish you all a successful career, purposeful life ahead. May all your dreams come true. I also wish the Pondicherry University and all those associated with it the very best in the years ahead. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Jai Hind.